Hello you lovely lot and welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? But let's not dilly-dally about and let's just talk about the Scrawlrbox and then I guess I'll fill you in on a couple of things. So we have the Scrawlrbox 103, which is the March box. Yes, I will catch up with the other ones. I did film the majority of them, I just haven't got around to publishing that yet. This month's featured artist is, I'm going to say it's pronounced Ace Balco, but I could be mispronouncing that, it wouldn't be the first time. And I really love the print that has come with this box. Again, it's another one that's made it up onto my wall and I am actually starting to run out of space now. My whole wall is covered in prints that I've received from Scrawlrboxes, as well as bits and bobs I've picked up over time. I suppose really I should do that room tour I keep promising you, and I'm actually in a tidy enough position to do that. Of course, we have the Scrawler magazine as well as a print and a sticker. Those are pretty much a standard, but of course let us talk about the materials that are inside this little treasure trove of arty treats. Our surface is a Sea White cup cycling sketchbook. And our mark making supplies are a Frisk white gel pen, as well as some Pentel brush sign pen twins. They're a dual ended water based pen and you've I guess kind of got a liner type pen at one end and a brush nib at the other. And of course, let's not forget the sepia tone Unipin fine liner that comes in a size 0.5. Oh, I also forgot we have a chocolate eclair sweet that lasted about 2 seconds and it was very nice. But anyway, I am yammering on, let's talk about the supplies. So I decided to swatch these out on a previous sketch pad from Scrawlrbox and I'm going to be straight up honest with you, the paper this month didn't seem quite the right type to use with this medium. It's sort of quite a textured, well, not a texture, it just seemed like it would be a little bit too absorbent for a water-based pen and I think there would have been a lot of pilling, so I decided to spare wrecking the first few pages of a sketchbook and use a previous paper. I believe it might have been the mixed media paper received from Scrawlrbox last year at some point. The colour scheme with these pens is quite interesting as well. I want to say they're kind of like a autumnal colour scheme. I suppose that would be the best way to describe them. You've got some earthy colours there, as well as a few red hues and greys and purples, and I'd tie that as a more autumn-based palette. Of course, flicking through the Scrawler magazine, you have the Scrawler tips, and a few suggestions in there were quite helpful for the different types of mark making. However, I did notice that they also recommended adding some water, which is kind of what I did for this, and you'll see the lovely textures which I applied on this picture here. This month's theme for the Scrawler Challenge is Hidden Gems, and I sort of went and hid a lady behind some plants and I think she's got a gemstone shaped heart as well. I thought that kind of fit the brief quite nicely there. So where have I been? Why haven't I published anything for ages? Well, to be honest, I've just really just needed a rest. I've been enjoying doing a lot of my own personal projects offline, off social media. And every time I've thought about publishing a video, and don't get me wrong, I have filmed like the last few Scrawlrboxes. I thought at least keep those ones going, but every time it came to doing a voiceover and coming around to publishing it, I kind of just froze and I just couldn't think of the words to add to a video. And as well, I think with doing a lot of my own work offline, and a lot of that has been lino printing, and I think I'll probably just have a bit more of a chat with you guys during a video where I'm just printing stuff and it'll just be nice to watch. But with that process, it is actually quite hard filming, carving it, and as much as I really want to share it with you, it's just really difficult to sort of come up with an idea of how I'm going to film this and make it interesting for you guys. And yeah, it's just felt like a bit of a conundrum, and I've probably put a lot of pressure on myself that I didn't need to. And I think I just got myself in that much of a pickle. I kind of just took a step back from YouTube, and as well Instagram. I haven't posted anything over there for quite a while, and I thought, well, maybe this is just my way of perhaps just taking a rest. I keep forgetting just how many videos I've made over the course of, I suppose it's going to be coming up to 5 years now, and that's quite a lot. I think I've done over 400 perhaps. And I kind of just reach a stage sometimes where I don't know what to say, and maybe I don't know what to draw to make an interesting video. I keep thinking, what should I do a video about? What medium should I make a video about? And do I need to get something new for this? And I did say to myself at the start of this year that I'm not going to buy any supplies that I'm not going to use, and I'll be honest, doing these videos, it kind of does make me want to buy supplies just so I've got something to show you, and I end up with so much stuff, and I'll give it away to local art groups or to friends who are close to me who do art as well, or their kids, but it's not massively sustainable, and I'll be honest, it's not really setting a great example to you guys either. I'm kind of always honest about everything I use and how I describe using it and my experience using it, but long term there's just a lot of stuff that I don't pick up again. So I did kind of stick to it for a lot this year, where I would just buy supplies that I'm using, and it seems to be the lino relief printing that's drawing me that way at the moment. And well, I seem to have settled on an ink that I like and a lino that I like, and I can't really make an exciting video every week on that. However, I am still working on how to share that creative process with you guys. And again, I'm going to make a video soon anyway. I have some new inks that I've quite liked using at the moment. So I'm probably just going to do a video of inking and pressing some of the ones I've sculpted and just talk over that and fill you in on a little bit more that way. Because, I mean, I kind of feel like I've done that on this video, but to cut a long story short, nothing terrible's happened. I'm pretty good right now, and like I say, I'm enjoying my art for what I'm doing, but I really do want to get back. I do really miss you guys, and I do miss the interactions, and life's calmed down a little bit. Again, nothing bad's happened, but it's just been a hectic, frantic few months, and again, I guess I'll fill you in on that, but it's not really anything super exciting, I'm afraid. I think sometimes life just gets in the way. Anyway, there's me waffling on, completely bypassed what this video's about, which is the Scrawlrbox. So, after deciding to use it on a mixed media paper that didn't pill, I added splodges of water with a paintbrush just to add some textures in the background there. And once you let these pens dry between layers, they work quite nice to layer up and add textures in that way as well. I think you can create quite a nice piece with these. The dual ends on those Pentel pens are quite nice, they're quite satisfying to work with, and I think paired with that sketchbook, I think you've got a really good doodle kit there. But if you want to do something a little bit more spicy, we'll say, a bit more detailed, something where you're working into it a little bit more, then I would highly recommend using a more substantial paper. Having a sepia coloured pen was quite a nice alternative to a black one. I actually think maybe a black one would have been a little bit too harsh for these colours, so it was quite nice to have something that complemented the colour palette there. And of course the white gel pen, you can't go wrong. I'll be honest, the Uniball Signo ones are my chef's kiss favourite. However, I don't mind using the Frisk ones either. I think there's probably just a slight variation in the opacity of that white ink, but I mean, it does a job and it does the job well, so I can't grumble there. Hopefully I am going to get the February box up at some point. That'll be the next one. I'm going to work backwards, and I'm going to be really honest with you, the 100th box, that was the December box I think, I'm going to give that a miss because it's ages ago now, and I have done a really good video exploring that medium a little bit more in depth rather than it just being about a Scrawlrbox. So I think I'd probably advise you to watch that one rather than me having to work on a really teeny tiny surface as well, because I do like to paint on a larger surface, if I'd be really honest with you. However, that's not to say it was a bad box or anything. I thought it was brilliant. It was a great introduction to that kit, but yeah, watch the other video instead. I am going to be a little bit lazy there. Overall though, I enjoyed this box. I will probably keep using these supplies. Like I say, they're really good for doodling with, and they're quite fun, especially paired with that sketch pad, but nothing too detailed. Anyway, this video has flown by, so I do hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in and returning back to me. Hopefully I will have another one up very soon. In the meantime, I'll see you lovely lots soon. Bye!